Welcome to Sex Positive Gaming. I'm Annie, and today we're going to talk about the state of Subverse and the first major update of 2022. For those unfamiliar, we're almost 1 year into the early access release of Subverse. This is a highly ambitious sci-fi harem adventure from the veteran animation studio, Studio Fowl. With this latest update, there are now 5 characters to romance called Waifus, and around 50 systems to explore. The game is broken up into 4 main parts: space exploration, 2D space combat, tactical turn-based ground battles, and a dating sim-style affection mechanic with your waifus. With this latest update, we are introduced to the Kraken Nebula with 21 new explorable systems, as well as the Taron Kraask. There is not a lot I can show of Taron, because there seems to be some unwritten rule that all furry characters wear as little as possible. She is a Nikiath, but she's basically a cat girl, fox girl character that seems to be influenced by Kaylee Fry from Firefly, in that they both have a burning love of technology and spacecraft. If you haven't played since the early access launch or have yet to try Subverse, there is currently a decent amount of content to explore. The story is starting to really develop, and we're seeing the beginnings of the romance arcs with each of the waifus. All of these romance paths develop with every 10 points of affection that you earn with the characters, and you seem to have the ability to help with each of the paths in various ways. Demi wishes to find the lost architect who created her species to help restore her memories and upgrade her system to be more alive. Alicia just wants you to help her have bigger and better explorations of her sexuality. I'm not shaming, but it does seem like certain paths are a bit more epic than others. This does lead me to one of my biggest current concerns with Subverse. Studio Fowl has a proven history of being able to create fantastic corruption, monster, and transformation narratives. At its heart, Subverse is a story of corruption, monsters, and transformation involving the waifus and the mantics, monsters, that they are mentally and chemically joined with. Sounds great! But there is this attempt to give the player the option to sexually restrict each of the romanceable characters to only interacting with the main character and other waifus. These are all sexually aggressive, powerful characters who have expressed their desires to explore their sexual boundaries and literally go where no man has gone before. Trying to create some type of pseudo-chaste harem relationship independent of the mantics and other men breaks that narrative and makes the developing plot not really make any sense. I mean, I get that many people just want a harem where the main character has exclusive access to each waifu, but that is not the plot that Studio Fowl seems to be trying to tell us. It makes sense given their previous works, but as of right now, it's just awkward to the story, and I think that all the people that they are currently trying to pander to will ultimately be less satisfied with the eventual outcome. Don't get me wrong, I still love this game. The fact that the plot is good enough that I can actually talk about the plot shows how much better the story is than almost anything else in the adult games industry. Yes, the review scores have been terrible for the last 4 or 5 months, but that has more to do with the issues surrounding Chinese localization than anything else. Honestly, the fastest resolution to that problem would probably be to just rename the ship from the Mary Celeste to the Tiananmen Square. Seriously though, I completely get why everyone wants to be able to play this game in a language that they can understand, and I hope we'll eventually get to see that. As to how long that will take, who knows? This game's development has progressed a lot over the last year, but we still have a long way to go. And that's where we are. Game development takes time. Subverse has shown great progress in the content and the story. This latest build even teased us with a beta version of a new, much more interactive romantic scene. It looks great, but honestly my first reaction was, terrific. This alone is at least another year added to the development time. And that's where I am. Still very excited to see where this goes, but I want to see where this goes. Let me know what you think. Have you played Subverse recently? What do you think about the current development path? And how do you feel about the weird separation between the story and the intimate interactions? But remember, no shaming, just gaming. Thanks to all this month's supporters on Patreon. I wouldn't have been able to do this without you.